8.
What I've been noticing in FIFA 18 in the demo so far is as soon as the ball gets passed away, as soon as the attacker is a little bit further of a distance from you, if you're holding down circle any longer than a fraction of a second or, a half a second or whatever, your defender will do this awkward lunge, and if the attacker is anywhere near it, it will be a foul. So just something to be really careful about. It looks like this will be a new thing in FIFA 18. I doubt that EA would change this or patch it by day one. So kind of a warning to you guys, and a warning to myself as well, just to be careful when you're defending and you're holding down circle. Watch out for this crazy super lunge. As a remedy for it, you're probably just going to be very careful to let go of circle as fast as you can as soon as the player is out of your reach. I'm guessing that would be the best solution so you don't get these fouls called against you. Let's look at this example here where Kevin De Bruyne is completely useless. As you can see, the ball's bouncing. He kind of traps it, but doesn't really do anything, doesn't really go anywhere. In slow motion, it's very clear. Look how far away my opponent is. And yet he comes in and gets the ball because De Bruyne takes forever to settle the ball down and move forward quickly. And not only that, I see the opponent coming. I'm pressing L2 to shield at that point, but De Bruyne doesn't shield off Neymar. So literally Kevin De Bruyne is useless for about 2 seconds or so there. And this happened all too often in FIFA 17, and I'm afraid it'll continue to go on in FIFA 18. All right, here's some more examples of lack of responsiveness, but kind of more specifically regard to player movement. So Lewandowski gets the ball, does a skill move, fine. He's completely left the defender in the dust. And yet, with all this open space in front of him, he just goes so slow. It's like he's slowing down to allow the defender a chance to come back from like 5, 6, 7, 8 yards away to get the ball. It's terrible. And I don't care if you're a player who's not super pacey, if you've done a skill move, if you've separated yourself that much away from the defender, you should be able to take a step forward, get into good position, and either make a pass or make the shot. So let's take a look at this example with Bakayoko. He wins a tackle, gets the ball. Opponent is nowhere near me. Plenty of room and time and space. Look what happens. He runs right by the ball. It's like he misses the ball. It's completely just sitting there. Then he has to readjust and kind of go back to the ball that he just ran right by. And at this point, I'm running out of time because the defender is already on top of me. So I have to force this awkward pass, even though he won't turn his body to face the player. So it's not going to be a good pass. And of course, it doesn't reach its destination. It goes straight to the other team. So this whole situation arose from this AIDS moment of Bakayoko just running past the ball and then having to backtrack and come back to the ball. I mean, the ball is barely even moving and he's running past it and coming back to it. Just so broken, doesn't make any sense. All right, now let's take a look at this example with Pogba. Comes in, wins the ball, does nothing. Let's take a look at the replay in slow-mo. Comes in, wins the ball, and then nothing. He just stands there and waits for the player to recover and take the ball and pass it away. Meanwhile, Pogba is just standing there watching the whole thing. Like, what is that? Like, I'm pressing sprint and I'm angling Pogba forward to basically run forward and get the ball and move, and he does nothing. He just stands there and stares at the play. So looking back on FIFA 17, there were so many errant passes. It was just infuriating to me. So in playing FIFA 18 and kind of breaking down and thinking about how the passing is working, it seems decent. I don't have any major complaints about it, and I hope it'll be a lot smoother, and I hope there'll be less input lag so you can actually do tiki-taka again. And my feelings so far is that at least it feels a little better than FIFA 17. But there's this thing where I feel like in FIFA 17, I am aiming the pass toward my player. The defender, let's say, is on his left, and so I'm trying to aim it a little bit more to my player's right, just to kind of make the pass go to my player, but a little bit more toward one side where it would be safer, right? But I felt like no matter how I aimed a pass, it always went to where I wouldn't want it to go. So let me show you an example here of how that's happened already now in the FIFA 18 demo. So here I've got KDB making a simple pass to David Silva. Notice how instead of hitting it straight toward him, it passes the ball in. It's an X pass now. It should go directly to him, but instead it leads him forward in a direction where the defense is, thus ends up in a turnover. Now take a look at the replay. It's even more clear in this angle what I'm talking about. So here you can see with the direction arrow where I'm aiming the pass, and notice it passes the ball not where I'm aiming it, but over toward where the defense is, and it ends up being a turnover. that is a problem with passing. And that happened countless times FIFA 17. And to see it happen there in FIFA 18 makes me shake my head, because I just feel like, oh, here we go again. You know, it doesn't seem like something they necessarily really improved. The fact that this is even coded into the game is just so fundamentally problematic. When people talk about, you know, adding more realism to the game, this is not realism, okay? This is just annoying. You know, just look at this. So Pedro gets a pass off. The ball is barely rolling toward Moses. I can understand if the ball is flying in at him and his momentum is going in a different direction, but he's kind of just jogging along. The ball is barely rolling to him, and instead of just stopping his body or slowing down his body and just looking at the ball and just trapping the ball like any normal human being would do, he does this weird, like, I don't even know what do you call that. He stops and he sticks his leg out and the ball goes slowly rolling out of bounds, while Victor Moses, in real life, world-class athlete playing for Chelsea in the Premier League, like, you tell me this slow rolling ball coming toward him, he can't trap it. Not only that, he doesn't have enough agility or you know, just human ability to stop a rolling ball so slowly from going out of bounds. I mean, this is EA's. It's been in FIFA 17, it's been in FIFA 16, FIFA 15. Now I'm playing FIFA 18 here, the demo, and it's here in this. Should not be in the game.
SkillerMoves.